the fourth time I've tried to record and I realized I did not press record on my phone. For God's sake. I talked, like I went for like straight 10 minutes. I was dishing out good points and now I don't know if I remember everything I said. Okay. Hi guys, my name is Banke. You can call me the real Banke. Welcome back to my channel. So today I am going to be giving you relationship advice, things you shouldn't do in your relationship. See, first of all, disclaimer, I don't give relationship advice, and the reason is simple. People in relationship don't take the advice you give them. Yeah, like you come to meet me, hi Banke, my good friend, because I know you're a very smart person. So if my girl is acting like this in our relationship, what do you think it means? And then I analyze the signs. And then I think about it from my wealth of experience, what could it mean? And then I tell you honestly, maybe the girl is not that into you, or maybe she doesn't really like you anymore. She doesn't want to just come off as a bad person, so that's why she has not broken up with you. And then you pretend like, oh, my advice made sense, and then you leave. And then you and your girl eventually settle, and you guys are like having a nice date somewhere, and you just bring it up like babe, do you remember that time we were having issue in our relationship, that everything was just tough and we're fighting and everything? And the babe will be like, yeah, I remember, yeah, bad times. And you're like, yeah. So that time I decided to talk to my friend because the matter got to me a lot. I could not concentrate, so I asked Banke, my friend, about our thoughts, that what could this mean if our relationship is like this? And you won't believe what she said. She said you don't like me, or maybe you are cheating. Now the girl is going to be looking at me like I'm the bad person, like I'm the one that does not want a relationship to last, and she's going to be like, yeah, that witch. I told you that girl does not like me. I told you she does not want a relationship to work. Maybe it's because she likes you. Guy, chill. Now I begin to feel like I made a mistake advising you in the first place. So yeah, that's why I always keep my opinion about people's relationship to myself. I just leave you to it. Yeah, but because you guys mean the world to me, you're my subscribers, and I am obligated to give you good points when I have them. So I'm going to be telling you guys the very good points that I have for you today. So let's get into it. So firstly, I feel like, okay, the first thing I want to talk about is the fact that, okay, before you even get into that relationship, you know, by the time that, okay, maybe you guys are just talking, and maybe in your mind you feel like you're in talking stage with the person, you need to like communicate, to know that if you and the person are actually on the same page. Like, you feel like you guys are in a talking stage because you guys are like gisting and all of that, but you didn't actually discuss what is going on. So it might be in your mind that you feel like you guys are in a talking stage, and it might be in the mind of the person you feel like you're in a talking stage with, and the person might just feel like maybe you guys are friends. So when that is happening, it might look like you're putting a lot of effort, but you're getting little effort back in return. So it feels like you're doing too much, and then when you complain, it looks like you're asking for too much. So when this thing is happening, you need to actually talk about it. You don't need to hang yourself around somebody's neck and make it look like, now you must take me back, I'm putting so much, I must collect so much. Chill, calm down, they love you at home. You have family and friends, you have people that care about you. Don't try to tie yourself around somebody's neck. If you're not getting the result you're giving back, just you to shift back, you to just shift back. And I like you more than that too. So let me get into the good points. So first of all, the first point I'm going to be telling you is you shouldn't neglect your growth for a new relationship that you found. Yes, that's the first point. Because I feel like it's easy for you to get carried away because of the new romance or because of the new giddiness that you're feeling. So you might like literally slow down on your growth journey. So you like focus most of your attention on the new thing that is happening. So you reduce your growth pace, you reduce the attention you're giving your goals, you reduce the attention you're giving things that you're actually supposed to be focusing on. So the first point is you should always try to balance your attention so that you don't leave everything that is important in your life to focus on the relationship. Because what if the relationship crashes? What do you have to fall back on? Do you still have yourself where you can, okay, like just continue life, or you feel like you're ruined, or you feel like you're back to level zero because you literally just stopped growing because of a relationship? You should never pause any aspect of your life just because you're trying to fit into any relationship. point one. So the next point is never ignore your friendships because of your relationship. This happens a lot, like literally almost all of us are guilty of that. Maybe you get into a new relationship and then you start feeling like, okay, you don't have enough time to share to everybody anymore. You're just literally going to like focus on the relationship and just move with it, but then you start neglecting your friends. You need to know that you can't always be with your partner, that you can't leave all your friends alone, and then when you have like issues in your relationship, that's when you now come back and try to like rekindle a dead fire. It's really weird. You shouldn't do that. You should always try to create time for your friendships, the friendships that have always mattered to you from the time that you were single in the first place. So you shouldn't now ignore all of them for the relationship. What if something happens, and then even if nothing happens, you should always still be able to like hang out with your friends, because your friends are always going to be there even if your partner leaves you. Next point is never stop growing. So you shouldn't pause any aspect of your growth for a newly found relationship. You shouldn't pause in your career growth. You shouldn't pause your business growth. You shouldn't pause your mental growth. You shouldn't pause your spiritual growth because of your newly found relationship. Because if you feel like a new thing you found is trying to like make you lose interest in every aspect of your life, maybe it's actually an indicator that you need to like pause and chill to find out that, okay, is this actually what is best for you? Because even the person you're entering a relationship with is going to respect you more if they feel like you have like a loyalty to your goals, to things that matter to you, to your growth. So they will respect you more than if you're willing to like leave everything anytime they call. So they are going to it's going to look to them like you don't have a loyalty to your things. Like you can just literally like leave everything once they say you should come around, or once they bring an hangout, or once they bring something up, you can literally leave every single thing you're doing for that. But if you show loyalty to your own callings too, so each time they want to like bring something up, to be easy to like ask about your schedule, ask about your activities, so that they can also try to fit into your activities. Not that you will always be the one canceling every single thing, canceling all your plans, canceling all your growth, canceling all your friendship angles, canceling everything just because you want to fit into their own schedule. Okay. So I feel like I'm a bit digressing more into like a love relationship. I feel these tips actually work for every single aspect of all relationships. It works for if you get a new job, it works for if you found a set of friends, it works for if you move to a new place. It just means that you don't have to like pause every aspect of your life, or you don't have to like stop growing, or you don't have to like stop mixing with some set of people just because something new came up in your life. And I feel like it's easy to do this because you're trying to like focus your attention on the new thing, not knowing that you're neglecting every other aspect. So my last point, this one is also for love relationship. It's the fact that you shouldn't have unrealistic expectations. I feel most people don't actually discuss the why they do things a lot of time. I was talking to someone during the week and I was like, okay, if you say you want to get married, have you actually discussed with yourself like why you actually want to get married? Because okay, if it's a guy, people have different expectations of marriage. A guy might say, okay, he's getting into marriage. Once he's married, every other domestic aspect of his life, it's cancelled because he's not going to be doing it anymore, because his wife is going to be doing all the cooking, his wife is going to be doing all the cleaning, his wife is going to be taking care of him domestically, his wife is going to be the one nurturing and taking care of everything about him. You need to discuss that with that person. You shouldn't go there with an expectation that you feel like this person is supposed to fit into directly. And then if it's a girl, maybe you have the expectation that okay, once you have this kind of relationship, then you don't have to worry about any of your finances anymore. If you want to make your hair, if you want to do your nails, if you want to go out with your girls, whatever you want to do, your man is supposed to like provide everything you need. You also need to discuss that, because some might feel like I don't have to give you everything. You have your money, I have my money. I should be able to give you when I want to give you, not because I am obligated to provide everything you need for you. And you also need to discuss it with the girl too, because some girls might feel like, nah, I don't have to do everything for you just because I'm in a relationship with you, or just because I'm marrying you. I don't have to like start doing everything for you, everything around the house. You should be able to do some of your domestics for yourself. Yeah, so that is why you should discuss, so that both of you don't just go into it with unnecessary expectations. You shouldn't assume in your relationship. You should talk things out so that both of you know if you're on the same page. So this video is not very long, so I think we've come to the end of the video. The first point I talked about is you shouldn't ignore any aspect of your life for the relationship. The second one is shouldn't ignore your friendship. The third one is shouldn't stop growing for your relationship. And the fourth one is you should not go into your relationship with unrealistic expectations. You should always be able to communicate. Alright, so thank you so much for sticking around to the end of my video. I make videos on different aspects of life. I'm just talking about relationship today, and tomorrow I'm excited to talk about self-care. Next day I'm excited to talk about your growth and your journey into adulthood and all of that. So please subscribe to my channel. Drop whatever comments you have in mind while watching the video in the comment section, so that we can all interact and learn from each other. Give this video a thumbs up if you like it, and see you in my next one. Bye.